Eric Linwood, and I'm back with you with more self-elevated EDF/Spring Power Universal Exoskeleton Armor updates. And I'm just shooting this video to let you know, and I'm showing you that I do have power units. I have plenty of lithium batteries in that jetpack over there to run these power units on there. I have 2-stroke motors, 4-stroke motors. I got a whole box of electrical motors over there. The reason why I don't use this stuff, main reason, is by the time I get enough of those motors and batteries on the exoskeleton suit to get it mobile and to get me mobile, the system will literally weigh more than the exoskeleton itself. One reason. Two reason, I don't want to fall in no water with nothing like that on. Another reason, when you're talking about running something on a gas motor or a jet engine, and when you hit that gas tank, just like they had in Vietnam with those freaking flamethrowers, it's like the worst job ever, because you hit that tank, it's not going to blow you up, it might burn up everybody around you. Another thing, the main reason is that this is a 9mm. It's probably the cheapest 9mm you can get too. This gun can put a hole through any one of those things, and it's like it's a 9mm, dude. I mean, don't get into 5.56, 7.72, 12 gauge slugs, 30mm. I mean, frag grenades. It's gonna tear that stuff up, dude. I mean, if that thing's running your hip joint, that motor, and it take a bullet, your hip joint's locked up. You're not moving. If you got that on your arm and that bullet takes a motor takes a bullet, it's not moving. If it's a hydraulic, it's going to leak fluid. If it's air pressure, it's going to be losing air and depressurize your whole system. If you don't believe me, go Troy Hurstby. He's building bulletproof armor. He's got patents and stuff like that. Even the new boot he has. Do you see any motors or any electronics on there? It's for a reason. It's ballistics. That's the main reason why you don't see any electric motors on his suit. That's why you don't see any electric motors on my suit besides the EDF power. And the only reason I'm running EDF power is because it will give you a boost to speed. It doesn't limit your mobility. You don't have to fight against gears or hydraulic. It moves with you. And then the off chance that it does take a bullet, you can still move. Like I said, you use a gear system like that, chain system, hit that chain, break it. Your system's out. That 9 can break that chain easily. That motor, that 9mm can penetrate that motor. Even if it dents it really bad, it's still going to seize it up. You don't even have to penetrate it. It's going to put a real good dent in that motor. It's going to seize it up. Same thing with a 2-stroke, or the 4-stroke, or a rotary engine, so especially with an aluminum block. It's going to seize it up. It's going to tear it up. And then you're talking about a rotary engine. That thing's spinning at massive high RPMs. That thing's at full throttle. You hit it the wrong way, it's not only going to seize it, break it, it might start slinging parts places too. That's why I'm not really keen on using electrical motors on my system, because I got to combat ballistics. I got to recharge. I gotta watch out for water. I gotta insulate it from water. If my insulation get breached, any water in there, it fries the whole system. Exoskeletons work when you're walking and stuff. Both knee joints gotta be working. Both hips gotta be working. Both ankles gotta be working. They gotta be working. You take any one of those factors out, it's gonna seize up the suit. It's gonna limit your mobility. You might as well be walking around with no suit on, with a bullet in your knee, because you're gonna be limping around just like you got a bullet in your knee because your knee's not bending. It's that simple. I'm just like showing you that because like a lot of people is all into the old electric motor craze. And then like I said, when you talk about electrical system in that sense, it's a circulatory system. Like I said, it depends on all of it functioning. Just like hitting the person in the heart. The whole body's going to seize up. Take that same person, you hit him in the brain. The whole body going to seize up. You hit him in the lungs and start breathing, the whole body going to seize up, and so on and so on. When you build a system like that, and you basically, the way they're trying to do it is mechanics simulating a human body, think about the human body. Yeah, you might have that rotor engine, that's his heart. You hit that rotor engine, it seizes up. You still got a brain. Like on a person, you hit the person in the brain, the body's dead. The exoskeleton's dead if you hit the computer. It's the same thing. The battery supply or the hybrid electric supply will be the heart of the system. If you hit that, the whole system seizes up. It's the same thing. You hit a spring on my system, it's just gonna bend it, or if it cut it, even if it breaks the spring, you can still move the leg. Same thing with different parts of my arm. I mean, like if you hit this arm, you could put a hole in either part of this arm, put a dent in any part of this arm, and it's still gonna move. Only thing is gonna stop this arm from moving if you actually destroy this elbow joint. That's the only thing that's gonna stop this whole arm from moving. I mean, you could put I could sit here and drill holes all through this sucker. Blow holes through it with my AR all day, and it's still gonna move. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. What some people may understand, what some might not understand. I'm trying to get people to understand mechanics. Like I said, you cannot stick something like that in the field and expect it to take gunfire and still survive. Even if you get so far, once it takes gunfire, I mean, if you're out in the middle of the field, you've been airdropped somewhere too, and you take that hit, guess what? The $100,000 system that you're so proud of is now trash and probably ought to be discarded just to save your life or get you out of the field. Or just like when they drop the helicopters where they blow them up so nobody could get the parts off of them, and it's going to be a waste. You take one of my springs out, you can put a spring in a backpack. I mean, a 2 1/4 inch wrench will take that bolt out of there and pop the spring back, and you're back mobile. Even if you break a spring in there, you can literally press spring. I mean, the little parts like a hip joint, you get a little, I can literally give you a little pack that doesn't weigh 4 pounds and damn near repair anything on that suit that you will really, that's going to be serious about working. I mean, you're going to pack one of those motors and come on. And then you still going to have to wire those motors. You're going to have to line them. All kinds of different things. I mean, and then if you're talking about a hybrid power source, that thing's going to be buried in the suit. I mean, you really trying to change a motor in the field? While you're going to have to take the throttle off. You're going to have to undo the gas lines. You're going to have to uncouple it from wherever it's powering, pull it out. And then that's not counting if it's got cover plates and other things in the way to get to that motor. It's just a lot of things that I very clearly see a lot of people are not thinking about when it comes to putting a powered exoskeleton in the field. Like I said, ask Charles Hurstby, look at Charles Hurstby. He has little lights, and he has this drone and his bird spray, things of that nature on his suit, but you don't see any actuators on any of his suits. You don't even hear him even contemplating or even thinking about power in the suit. The guy's been building exoskeletons for 30 years. He's the only individual person that you can get for as anything they show viral, anything they show on the internet, that even looking into that field, that's even close to that field. And then he's actually getting patents and having people that's trying to actually market his suit. And the suit, if you go to Charles Hurstby's site, he shows the boot, he doesn't show the rest of the suit, but there's no power elements on that suit. And it's because of ballistics. It's simple fact. You cannot put the electronic motors, those batteries on those suits and still have them survive. Like I said, not in no small compact suit. And then you have a suit that takes the rounds and does have that electrical motor. You're gonna have a big, very, 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 very big suit, and it's only gonna be suited for certain things. It's not something that you're gonna be able to jump in your car with and drive off with. It's not something that you're going to drive up something and jump out of your vehicle and you still have on. You're not going to do that in no suit with running motors like that and big old, that's a small motor. That's a small motor. You talk about a 300-pound suit, it's going to take a bigger motor, even if it's a rotary engine than that motor. Not counting the gas tank and the muffler, and then the battery, if it's got a starter on it to crank it. I mean, the list goes on. And like I said, you take out one of those elements, just one out of the hundreds of elements that it's gonna take to run a power suit. The suit is trash. That's the difference for us. You running a ballistic suit opposed to having electronic suit like that. Work applications for us, like in doctors' fields and shipyards, at steel mills and stuff like that, is awesome. I mean, I see that technology working there because you're not under fire. You don't have to worry about anybody shooting your motor out. You don't have to worry about no gas tank getting shot. I mean, it's just simple physics. I'll be back with you with more updates.